Oh, didn't see you there. Hi. Cue the music. What's up, everybody? Bat Tracy back again for WYSADWTA, doing another Blu-ray collection update. I think this is 43, if I'm correct. It's crazy. The number's getting up there. I feel like I say that every week, though. So yeah, we'll get right into it. Basically, if you don't know, I just show off all the movies I bought in the last 2 weeks or so. And then at the end, I have a whole bunch of digital codes that you guys can enter to win next week. Alright, so the first one I got, I picked this up on Blu-ray, and this is Action Point with Johnny Knoxville. This movie just came out this year, and I saw it in theaters with my brother, and I quite enjoyed it. I mean, it's not great or anything, but it's not terrible. It's got some cool stunts in it, which are always cool. I love stunts. But the storyline was kind of lame. It wasn't as funny as I thought it could have been. But besides those things, pretty good movie. And funny story, I puked in the theater when I saw this movie. I was pretty sick at the time, and just wasn't feeling good, and so I puked in my cup, and it made my brother very upset because he gets grossed out by puke. Funny story though, ain't it? Next up is actually the only DVD in this video, and this is Adopted, written and directed by Pauly Shore, and it's kind of like a mockumentary, which I'm a huge fan of Pauly Shore, if you guys don't know. I feel like I've talked about it before, maybe. Yeah, I love Pauly Shore, so, and this was only like $1 or something on Amazon, but the shipping was like $5. But anyways, so yeah, it's like a mockumentary about Pauly Shore going to Africa to adopt some kids, and it was pretty funny, so if you like Pauly Shore, check it out maybe. Alright, next up, this is one of 3 that I haven't watched yet. Yeah, one of 3. I don't know, I just didn't get around to it. Finally picked up Alien Covenant, though. Still haven't seen this. I still haven't even seen Prometheus, which I'm not sure I'll even watch. I've heard really bad things about Prometheus. I'm not huge into the Alien franchise. Like, first 2 are really good. 3's alright. 4's bad. AVP are bad. That's it. But I've heard good things about this one. People say it's the best since the first or second. So I'll watch it eventually. Oh, a lot of these, a lot of the Blu-rays, I guess, in this episode, a lot of our upgrades, like movies that I previously had on DVD that I have now upgraded to Blu-ray. Yeah. So, you know, sometimes you see a good deal on Amazon, and I like to spend money. So yeah, this is Jesus. This is the first of the upgrades. I picked up American Psycho, the uncut version, which I think they're all uncut. Yeah, just the standard Blu-ray. And also, I think I just literally broke the case. I know this just came out on 4K also. Next up is another upgrade. I finally got Balto on Blu-ray. Previously had this on DVD, and this is one of my favorite movies. Really favorite animated movies. Favorite animated kids movies, I guess. Yeah, I love Balto. It's a fun story about a dog who saves a kid's life. Ain't that cool? It's got Kevin Bacon in it. And Phil Collins and Bob Hoskins and Bridget Fonda, I guess. I didn't know that. But ain't that cool? Kevin Bacon voices Balto. Next up, I finally got Birdman, or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance. This is another one I still haven't watched it yet. I've heard great things. My dad keeps telling me I gotta watch it, gotta see it. I just haven't got around to it yet, but I finally found it with the slipcover. So I picked it up, and yeah, it looks really cool actually. I love the cover, and the slipcover. It has one of these, opens up, so you can see it there, with Michael Keaton and Birdman. And the really cool thing, there's the back, is it's the bread case. I know, right? It's so cool. I love different colored Blu-rays. But yeah, it's just standard Blu-ray. But with the red case, God, I love it so much. The red. I think the only other red one we have, besides Age of Ultron, is Red Dawn, which is actually right here. Alright, this next one, along with a few more, my brother was actually just at a garage sale, and they had a whole bunch of Blu-rays with slipcovers, so I bought a few of them that we already owned, but I wanted the slip, so this is one of them, Frank and Weenie, sorry. I wanted the slipcover. Previously had the Blu-ray, but I wanted the slip, so got that for the slip, and yeah. Ain't that cool? Got the slipcover for Frank and Weenie, which is an amazing, weird, dark movie directed by Tim Burton. So next up is another upgrade, and got the 2009 Friday the 13th, finally. Had this one on DVD, like I said. And I actually quite like this movie. I saw it in theaters. I think I've seen it maybe twice more since I saw it in theaters, back when it came out. And yeah, I don't know. I like this one. I always wish they would have done a sequel to it, because I know the plans for the sequel were Jason in the snow, which would have been pretty cool. Don't you agree? Yes or no? Let me know down below. Alright, this next one I got off Amazon, and I totally messed up. I already own it, but I mean, so I got the Hellboy double feature, animated double feature, which I thought this was Hellboy 1 and 2 double feature on Blu-ray, because the Amazon post wasn't specific, so I thought it was the double feature pack, but this is the animated Sword of Storms and Blood and Iron, which I already got. So I previously had the Anchor Bay release, and then this is the Lionsgate Stars release. So, 2 different copies. I know. Crazy. Next up, this is another one that my brother picked up at that garage sale. Got the Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey, which I believe this is the first one. Yeah, this is the first of the trilogy of the Hobbit films, which I don't particularly like all that much. Like, they're fine, but they're nowhere near as good as the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which I quite enjoy a lot. But yeah, have the slipcover, so figured why wouldn't I get it. This is probably, I was gonna say this is my favorite of the Hobbit movies, but even then, that scene where they're all like in the barrels floating in the river, super long and boring and kind of lame. So, but yeah, I don't own any of the other Hobbit movies on Blu-ray either, so I'll still need those. And I think I only have Fellowship of the Ring and the Two Towers on Blu-ray. I don't even have Return of the King. I know, I gotta get on that, but they'll probably come out on 4K soon, so I'll probably wait for that. So next up, this one just got released this year, and this one is Ideal Home with Paul Rudd and Steve Coogan, and this was a really good movie. It's basically Steve Coogan and Paul Rudd are a gay couple who live, you know, they're wealthy and they live extravagant lifestyles. Then Steve Coogan's grandson shows up out of nowhere and is like, hey, you have to take care of me now. And so basically they have to get into shape and raise this kid together, even though they didn't really want to. I thought it was pretty good. Had some really funny scenes. And I love Paul Rudd and Steve Coogan. They're both really good actors. Especially Hamlet 2. You ever seen that movie? Hamlet 2? It's got Steve Coogan in it. I love that movie. Hilarious. Check it out if you haven't seen it. But yeah, this one was really good. So, check this one out too, also, I guess. If you want to. Alright, next up is another upgrade, and got Looney Tunes Back in Action, the movie, which I've always been a real big fan of this movie, with Brendan Fraser, Jenna Elfman, Steve Martin, and a whole cast of others. I guess you could call it the spiritual sequel to Space Jam. I've always looked at Space Jam and this as like the same series of movies, I guess, or the same like franchise, if you want to say that. But yeah, I don't know. I've always really liked this movie. It's got some really great visual gags. The whole Brendan Fraser's dad's a spy thing, I love that. I I really, really like the scene where they have the spy car, and he keeps singing the Elvis Presley song and pressing all the buttons, and great movie. I absolutely love this movie. I just watched it like maybe 2 months ago. So yeah, Looney Tunes back in action. I feel like I'm talking really fast in this video, but it's Sunday night. I forgot to film this. I still have to edit it and upload it, and I work tomorrow, and there's tons of movies in this update too. Like, there's a lot. So I'm trying to get through it as fast as I can. Also, so finally got Mad Max Fury Road. Found it, the slipcover. I was at Best Buy and they had this. Like, I've been looking for this forever because I love this movie so much. It's so good. I love the Mad Max series. This being this might be my favorite. Otherwise, Road Warrior is my favorite. But this movie's insane. Like, amazingly good. If you haven't seen it, go check this out immediately. Like, this should be a top priority. One of the best action movies in the last 10 years, I'd say. Maybe ever. And that is my question to you guys for the digital codes, I guess. Maybe not. Just comment down below. Let me know, what do you think is the best action movie of the last 5 years? I would say Mad Max Fury Road. But what do you say? Maybe you'll have a different answer. So, that'll be fun. I look forward to reading your comments. Next up, I got the Nightmare Before Christmas Steelbook from Best Buy. It's a Best Buy exclusive. Here's the J card, if you were at all curious. Right there. It's the sing-along edition, I think is. So, it's got 2 versions, but yeah. There's the J card, if you were curious. I always save that to show people. If you want to see it, otherwise I don't fucking care. So, I just woke up Bella. Oh yeah, so it's the glow-in-the-dark Steelbook sing-along edition. I think that says it. It says it right there. The Nightmare Before Christmas sing-along edition. And then there's the back. Really like the Steelbook, actually. I don't know if you can tell. It's got like an outer border right there. This is kind of like indented here. Very, very cool. And also, I love this movie. If you didn't know, I have the tattoo of Jack Skellington right there. It's actually my first tattoo ever. And I kind of don't like it anymore. But, still cool. There's the disc, if you're all curious. And the inside of the Steelbook. Some very cool art. I love how creepy this movie is. It's, even though it wasn't directed by Tim Burton, which a lot of people think it is, but it's not. It was only produced by him. It's got that Tim Burton style and feel to it. And like, that creepy goth style. And I love it. I fucking love it. But yeah, I'm going to put this under the light for a minute. And then I'll cut right here and I'll show you what it looks like glowing in the dark. So here is what it looks like in the dark. Isn't that pretty cool? I know, right? Alright, next up. This is pretty cool, actually, I think. This is the second ever 4K I've ever bought. The first, if you remember, was Avengers Infinity War, the Target exclusive. They didn't have the Blu-ray edition of that, so I had to get the 4K. This is the first ever 4K I've bought. Knowingly, I guess, because when I went to Target to get this, they literally were fucking out of the Blu-ray. So I just bought the 4K because I was like, fuck it, you know, I'm upgrading to 4K soon. I'm working my way to save up for a TV. I'm gonna get a 4K player. It's gonna be fucking sweet. I'm so excited. So I'm working on getting 4K. It's also, there's a lot of movies that are hard to find with the slipcover for Blu-ray. So I'm like, well, if I just get the 4K, I'll have the slip. Like Punisher, all the 2 Punisher movies are getting released on 4K soon. The 2 John Wicks. I have John Wick 2, but finding the first John Wick with a slipcover, near impossible. Cannot find it, so I'm just gonna get the 4K. You know what that's what I'm trying to get at. Anyways, I got off topic. Next up is Ocean's 8, which I missed in theaters. It's one of the few movies this year I haven't seen in theaters. So I watched it, and I thought it was pretty good. You know, it wasn't great, but it was good. It was good. I like it more than Oceans 12 and 13, but not more than Oceans 11, if that makes sense. Yeah, so Oceans 8, It's got Sandra Bullock, Kate Blanchett, Anne Hathaway, Mindy Kaling, Sarah Paulson, Aquafina, with Rihanna and Helena Bonham Carter, who was married to Tim Burton, but they got divorced, which I just learned about like a couple days ago. Didn't know that. I was really surprised by it. Aquafina actually was my favorite character in this movie. I thought she was really funny. She has she has some great quips. Overall, I thought that she was a really good character. Aquafina. Don't know who she is. I think she's a rapper. I think she had an EP or something called Yellow Ranger or something like that. I mean, maybe someone else, but yeah. So she was my favorite part of this. Also, I don't know what the 4K looks like, so don't ask me that. The HDR and everything. I watched the Blu-ray because it's 4K and Blu-ray, so yeah. But also, this is a standard slipcover, like where some of the 4Ks have the indent here. But my favorite thing about getting into 4K is the black cases. Oh my god, look at how fucking sexy it is. We were just talking about the red earlier. Look at that. Oh my god, it's black. Black's my favorite color. I don't know if you've noticed. Most videos on my channel here, I wear black a lot. It's my main color, so I absolutely love the 4K are black. Because the only black Blu-rays I can think of, at least in my collection, are Star Wars The Force Awakens and Ant-Man. But Ant-Man isn't even solid black. Ant-Man is more of the Ant-Man's more of like a gray see-through black almost. Whereas Force Awakens is straight up black. Like that. So next up is another one that my brother picked up at that garage sale. And I was really happy that he got this one because when he called and was like, yeah, they got the slipcover for this, I was like, oh my god, I know exactly what slipcover this is. It's great. And that's Pixels with the lenticular Target exclusive slipcover, which ain't that cool. And I love this movie. If you don't know, I love Adam Sandler. Huge fan of Adam Sandler. Love all his movies. I know they get real bad reviews. People hate them. I still love his movies. Ridiculous 6, I thought that one was really funny. I like all his Netflix movies. I've really enjoyed them. All his recent stuff. I don't know. I love Adam Sandler. So I'm a big fan of this movie. And, but the Blu-ray that came with the slipcover was, I think, just the standard. But I have the Blu-ray 3D edition, even though I don't like 3D. I just have the 3D edition. With the clear Blu-ray case, which I love. So I just swapped out the cases for the slip. But, yeah. So, Pixels. Hey. Comment down below and let me know what your favorite Adam Sandler movie is. I feel like maybe I am asking you to comment a lot of things, but I like to be engaged, and I like when you guys are engaged. And I like to start a discussion. So this next one is another upgrade, and I got Predators, finally. I know The Predator just came out. I haven't seen it yet. I'll probably be seeing it the day that this gets released. The Tuesday that this gets released. So no spoilers. Don't tell me anything if you've seen it. I know the reviews are pretty bad. It's got like a 30% on Rotten Tomatoes or something like that. Like, I'm gonna see it regardless because this guy don't fucking care. But this is actually, I think this is the only Predator movie I've ever seen. I've never seen Predator or Predator 2. I've only seen Predators, but it's also my favorite Predator movie. So I've seen AVP Requiem also, which that movie fucking sucks. But yeah, this movie is so good. I love it. The first time I ever saw it, I think it was on FX, the channel. And then I've rewatched it since. But yeah, this one was directed by Nimrod Antal. Yeah. It's got Topher Grace in it. And he's so good in this. Way better than Spider-Man 3. He's also really good in Good Company, if you've ever seen that movie. Also, the slipcover had a sticker on it that somebody obviously tried to pull off. And they did a real shitty job of it. So it's got this smudginess to it. Alright, so next up, this is one of the main, I'd say mainstream releases of 2018 that I hadn't gotten, when it came out. Just because the prices were fucking, there's like $28.99 at like Target and everything. Even on Amazon, it was like $26.99 for a while. So I was like, I don't like ordering from Amazon because I don't know if I'll get the slipcover. I'm always worried about that. So yeah, I don't know. It was really expensive. But then my dad and my brother they're at some weird store, and they found it for like $14.99 with the slipcover, and I was like, fucking get that. So basically the only mainstream release of this year that I still need to get, I guess, besides like Overboard, I Feel Pretty, those are like some comedies I haven't gotten, but I mean like the mainstream like blockbuster is Ready Player One. I still haven't picked that up, but I'll get that eventually. But I got Rampage finally, and I saw this in theaters and I really enjoyed it, and then I watched it again, and I still enjoyed it, but less so, because it's kind of like Man of Steel, where you watch it again, you watch it the first time, you're like, whoa, that was cool. You watch it again, you're like, they just destroyed so much, and I'm pretty sure I just saw that gorilla eat a lady, like 5 minutes before he goes good again. So, spoiler alert, sorry. If you haven't seen the movie, I spoil everything, so. But yeah, I don't know. Still a good movie. I like the chemistry of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and, oh god, what's his name? Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I think they're really awesome. And also, Joe Manganiello is in this movie, where he comes in and you're like, whoa, he's gonna be awesome in this. And then you're like, whoa, he's just not in this movie, I guess. And yeah, pretty cool though. So yeah, Rampage. Also, the Steelbook's really cool. If you haven't seen it, you should Google it. So this next one's another upgrade that my brother got at that garage sale, and it's Super 8. And my favorite thing about this one is the slipcover is yellow, like really bright yellow. But the weird thing is, I saw this movie in theaters, and I don't remember it being yellow. Like, I remember it being like normal colors in the movie, so I just always thought it was kind of weird that they chose yellow for the slip. But besides that, it's a pretty cool slipcover. And I actually do like this movie, even though it's kind of tedious and convoluted and boring, and a lot of lens flares. Actually, I don't think there's that many lens flares in this one. Though J.J. Abrams does do a lot of lens flares. I don't know if you ever noticed that. I feel like people talk about that a lot. But okay, I get off topic so much in these. Alright, next up, this was, I think, the last one that my brother got at that garage sale. It was actually unopened. It was still sealed, and that was War for the Planet of the Apes, which I think is the third and final film in the most recent Planet of the Apes trilogy, which I think I've only seen Rise, which was the first one with James Franco, because I never saw Dawn, which is the second, and then War being the third. I own all three now. This is the third, and I have the other two. I own every Planet of the Apes movie except for the 2001 Tim Burton movie, which I haven't seen. But, so yeah, I haven't watched this one because I haven't seen the second, so don't know much about it, other than that guy's in it. I can't think of his name right now. Woody Harrelson. Also, Steve Zahn is in this? What? I love Steve Zahn. Guy's incredible. So yeah, War for the Planet of the Apes. Pretty cool slipcover also. Has the Alpha and Omega symbol right there. Which, Alpha and Omega is like our third Blu-ray right there. Ain't that cool? Fun fact. I was gonna say the last upgrade, but there's one more. So this is another upgrade. Just waiting with Ryan Reynolds. I have this on DVD. Got the Blu-ray. Which is, you can tell, one of the really old Blu-rays. Because it's got the, it's like 1080p beyond high definition. Which now there's 4K, so, you know, keeps getting better. Technology, always advancing. But yeah. Like, now there's 8K, which is, it's not going to be a thing. Like, you can't keep getting better. Like, your eyes, no matter what, like, vision's vision, you know what I mean? So, that's why it took so long to get into 4K, because it's like, who really fucking cares? Like, Blu-ray's already good, so. I'm not in a rush to, like, upgrade everything to 4K either. That'd be insane. I don't make that kind of money. So yeah, waiting. I do like it's got, like, a shine to it, though. You know, like, I don't know, it's kind of reflective. So next up, I got two. These are all at the end because when I alphabetize things, I have the DC section is at this bottom row right here, and then Marvel is the bottom row on this side. So that's how I organize them. So that's why I'm putting these at the end. So I have two DC animated films coming at you. First up was Freedom Fighters: The Ray, which just came out a couple weeks ago maybe, and this, I guess, I thought it was a movie, like a brand new animated movie, but it turns out it was like a web series that they just took and turned it into a movie, which is cool with me. I don't know, I really enjoyed this. I thought it was pretty cool, really good story, and I honestly didn't know who the Ray was, or any of these heroes, so it was a brand new story to me, new heroes, new characters, and I loved it. Saying that, I'm a really big fan of the DC animated movies. I absolutely love them. And I try and buy each one, and my favorite thing on the slip is they always put the characters on the side. Though with the Steelbooks, they don't do that, and so they look out of place when they're all next to each other. And then I got Justice League Crisis on Two Earths, which actually this was an upgrade. I got this a couple weeks ago, I don't remember where, but I had this on DVD, so it came with a slipcover, so I upgraded it. And I actually really, really like this movie. This is one of my favorite of the DC animated, because I really love the Crime Syndicate, I think is their name. Yeah, Crime Syndicate. I really like the characters, and oh my god. Their Flash, I think his name is Johnny Quick, to be honest. He has an Australian accent, and it's pretty good. Alright, so when I said that last War for the Planet Apes was the last one you got at the garage sale, this was actually it. We have this previously, but we didn't have the slipcover. Now we have the slipcover, and also this is the 3D edition where we just have the standard Blu-ray. So this is Captain America, the Winter Soldier with the slipcover. Ain't that cool? I have been trying so hard to find just all of the MCU movies with slipcovers, because there's a lot of them we don't have with slips, and I just feel like it's not complete, you know what I mean? So, I keep looking for those, so I was really happy that he found this one. So next up is another upgrade we had on DVD. Got the Blu-ray because it was pretty cheap on Amazon, and it's Howard the Duck, which I don't really like this movie all that much. Like, it's alright, it's super cheesy, and very 80s, and George Lucas produced it for some reason, you know? Which George Lucas's track record is not very good, if you really look at it. But, yeah, Howard the Duck. My brother loves this movie. He watches it all the time, to be honest. I'm not that big of a fan. But. And then last up, finally got X-Men the Rogue Cut. Days of Future Past the Rogue Cut, which, if you know me, I don't like Jennifer Lawrence, so I don't watch the new X-Men movies, but I feel like I have to own all of them, because I want to own all the superhero movies, obviously. I love superhero movies. But I think I have seen this one, actually. It was alright. It was alright from what I remember it. But just, Jennifer Lawrence, I don't like her. I don't want to get into it. People have a tizzy about her. But yeah, I found this one with the slipcover, which I've been looking for. I think I ordered this off Amazon once. It didn't come with a slipcover, so I returned it, or sold it or something. But the slipcover is so cool. It has one of these. It opens up with that. Look at that. Oh, I love it. And basically, so if you don't know what the Rogue Cut is, it's basically like when Bryan Singer directed Days of Future Past, he put Rogue in it, played by Anna Paquin from the original trilogy. She's right there. And they put her in the movie. But then, for, I think, time constraints, they took her out. They cut her. So this is the Rogue Cut. All the scenes with Rogue put back in the movie. So, that's what it is if you didn't know. Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for watching, I guess. That was all the movies that I bought in the last 2 weeks. Quite a lot, to be honest. Compared to the last updates, I've been making quite a lot in tips, if I'm being for real. So I just buy movies now. It's great. I love it. So, yeah. Comment down below with all the shit I said. Oh, we'll go through the digital codes. I almost forgot. Got a whole bunch of digital codes. We'll do that. I'm an idiot. So I have a whole bunch of digital codes here, and I want to preface this by saying some of these, I don't know if they're going to work. Alright, some might be expired, others might have been used previously. Like, a lot of those movies were from a garage sale, so I have no idea if the people ever used the digital codes or not, but I have them. Like, the slip, I have a whole stack. So, I'm giving them all out. You know what I mean? People always comment and they're like, hey, give out the expired codes. Sometimes they work or whatever. So, I'm giving them all out. Except, there was a few. Well, one, I don't give out ones that you need the physical disc to get the digital code. Obviously, I can't give those out. And then, also, if they expire, like, years ago, like, one of them expired, like, in 2013 or something, and obviously that's not going to work, so I threw that one out. So, but yeah, I just want to state that if the codes don't work, it's not my fault. But, so we got Action Point. Oh, I should probably cover up the codes. So we got Action Point. If anyone wants that, comment down below. And how the digital codes work if you're a new viewer, basically, comment down below. You can enter for as many as you like. You can enter for all, or one, or two, whatever, I guess. And then I take all the commenters and tally it up. And then a week from when you're watching this, next Tuesday, I will draw your names out of a hat. And you might win. Ain't that cool? Yeah. So, Action Point. Alien Covenant. Mad Max Fury Road. Which this one, it says it expired 9/1/18, so it's literally the beginning of this month, so maybe this one will still work, I don't know, but this one is, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Ocean's 8, which whoever gets this one is super lucky, because this is Ultra HD, hey, Rampage, Freedom Fighters The Ray, X-Men The Rogue Cut, which this one says expired 7/14/18, so if you want it, let me know. This one is for Captain America the Winter Soldier. Again, that's an old movie. I don't know if it'll work, but you're welcome to try it. War for the Planet of the Apes. Super 8. Oh, wait. No, you need the physical copy for Super 8, sorry. The Hobbit, it says April 19th, 2015, so I'm not gonna... I don't think that one's good, you know? Unless people comment and, like, tell me it, but I don't think so. And then also, randomly, I was looking at... Here, let me move some shit. I was looking at this the other day. Spider-Man Legacy Collection, the two Steelbooks. Super cool set. And, I noticed I still had the digital codes for those, so I'm gonna give those out. So one lucky person will get the Sam Raimi trilogy, and then one unlucky person will get the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. So that's all the codes that I have. Whole stack of them. Comment for whatever you like. And yeah, thanks for watching. You can follow me on Instagram, BatterySeal1. That's where I will send the codes out from next week's video. You can follow my Twitter, I guess, but I don't know the password and I don't really use it. You can follow me on Stardust. It's this app where you react to movies. I haven't posted one in a while, I guess, but you can follow me on that. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and give me a thumbs up if you watched this all the way through and you enjoyed it. Yeah, thanks for watching. So, enjoy this music that I have. Bye!